welcome back to the channel, and as you can tell by the title of this video, I have some very exciting news for you, and I will also be revealing the pixelated photo that you can see in the thumbnail there. But I also want to cover the story which has led us up to this point, as well as one of the problems that I think a lot of new guinea pig owners and people in my situation where they're looking to add a new guinea pig to an existing herd face, and that is that once you've ruled out pet shops, whether to go for a rescue or a breeder. So more on that later. But first, let's just say a big hello to the piggies. As you can see, I have just done a cage sweep. It does in no way look this immaculate normally. So here's Pedro. Hey buddy. Oh, bye then. Over here we've got Phoebe. Hi. Well, you're being friendly and saying hello today. And someone over here is being naughty and trying to chew newspaper. Yes, let's not do that, Roxy. I just want to say a big thank you to everyone who sent their well wishes for Pedro. Fortunately, he hasn't had any more seizures, so fingers crossed there's going to be no more vet visits in the near future for this boy. So as you can see, they are quite a settled trio at the moment, and that is one of the reasons why there's been a reasonable gap between us losing precious Lyra and looking for a new member of the herd. And some people even asked whether I would be getting another guinea pig at all, but the answer is a resounding yes. I do see myself pretty much owning guinea pigs forever. And the cage I have at the moment is large enough for 4 piggies. Only just large enough, but they do get floor time and lap time as well. And fingers crossed we won't always be here and we can move somewhere where the piggies have a bigger room and a bigger cage. And the other reason why there's been a bit of a gap is because losing Lyra was really honestly a big hit for us. She was with us for 7 years, and when you own a pet for that long, they really do form a special bond with you, and she was such a special piggy. Fortunately, I was in the situation where these 3 had each other for company, and I could take the time I needed to grieve for her and try and think about her life in a happy way and not be sad that she's not with us anymore, which is still a challenge, but you know, we are getting there. And I don't know whether anyone will relate to this, but after losing a special piggy, I almost feel like I want to honour them in some way through the new piggy that is going to join the herd. And an example of this is Willow. So Willow was a rescue piggy from the RSPCA, and she lived with us for 6 years, 6 long and happy years. And after she passed, I knew in my heart of hearts, I felt so strongly that I wanted to get another rescue piggy. And that is, of course, how we ended up with Pedro here. And honestly, Pedro has been such a delight. He is such an amazing character, and I am so glad that we were able to give him his forever home. And with Lyra, I had similar feelings, but not necessarily leaning towards getting another rescue piggy, but instead getting another pedigree piggy from a breeder, a young one that I could raise up from a young age and get that strong bond with that I had with Lyra. And I also thought it might be another Lunkaya or some kind of different, maybe rare breed. As well as Lunkayas, there is another breed that I've admired for a long time and absolutely think they're gorgeous, gorgeous piggies. But I thought it would be either one or the other, and I thought when the time is right, I'll probably contact a breeder. Should we get some tea flakes? Oh, here she comes. Roxy. I have to show you this. So Roxy has been learning circle, which I didn't think was possible because, to be honest, I thought she was a bit too skittish and also too greedy. Should we give it a go? Here we go. Circle. Circle. Come on. Oh, good girl. And Phoebe, are you going to show us how it's done? Yeah, she's a bit reluctant. Even Pedro's coming out. Oh, I think we want one now. Shall we do circle? Circle. There we go. That was good. And this was in your way. You did very... Okay, bye. Oh, the licky licks. Roxy is such a licky piggy. Okay, so I'll stop getting distracted. The other thing I had to consider, of course, was the dynamic of the herd and what age piggies would fit in best with them. So I know I said that they are fairly settled at the moment, but I do feel like introducing an adult female could be a little bit risky with Phoebe and Roxy. They kind of have a bit of a rocky relationship. They don't always get on the best with each other. I think they are quite on a par when it comes to dominance, and introducing a female piggy of a similar age might just tip them over the edge, and I definitely don't want to break their bond, and I also want it to be an easy bond into the herd. And of course a male is not an option with Pedro here, so unfortunately this meant that I was looking for the type of pig in greatest demand, a young female sow. And I don't know what it's like in other countries, but here in the UK at least, once you've ruled out pet shops, it can be a struggle to get a young female sow from either breeders or rescues. Rescues are especially difficult because you're waiting for piggies to come in, or you're waiting for rescue piggies to give birth, and if you're looking for a specific type of breed, then you could be waiting for a long time with rescue pigs. You two, can you stop falling out please? So on the face of it, the easiest option looks to be a breeder, where in theory you can reserve them and be guaranteed to bring them home once they are ready. So I thought I was going to contact a breeder, and initially I did just that. For quite a while I had been following this breeder of Lunkaya guinea pigs on Facebook, admiring their photos from afar and thinking maybe one day, especially as they seemed like a responsible breeder, that I would get in touch with them. And especially after they posted this picture of 2 newborn sows, I thought, okay, I'm gonna message them, and I was super excited. But unfortunately I didn't really get a good experience with them. They were kind of abrupt. They were not forthcoming on information. They said that one of the 2 sows was going to be available, and then later on they said that they weren't. They said that they were waiting to see how their coats come on, which is totally fine. A lot of breeders do that, especially if they're interested in showing their piggies. So nothing wrong with that, but I just didn't get the right vibe from them. Okay, some people just aren't good at communicating online, fair enough. And if you push for it, if it's something you really want, then chances are it's going to work out. But I decided to kind of take it as a sign that perhaps it wasn't meant to be, and I would try the rescue route instead. So let's talk rescues, and Pedro is here to show us how beautifully handsome you are, or how beautifully handsome your bum is. Yeah. He's going. So when I started thinking about rescues, I knew it might be more of a challenge to, one, find a young sow, and also to find that special breed, Lunkaya, or the other one that I'd been thinking about. And, you know, chances are I was going to have to say, I don't care about that anymore. It's more about the individual piggy. It is more about their personality in the long run anyway, rather than having that perfect breed. And as well as following various breeders on Facebook, I do also follow a lot of rescues. There are far more rescues out there than you would first think. Essentially, my whole Squeak Dreams Facebook wall is just full of some random guinea pigs, some pictures that breeders are posting, and a hell of a lot of posts from rescues. So I thought, before I start having a systematic look, let's just have a scroll down the Facebook wall of guinea pigs and see what pops up. And lo and behold, there was this post from a rescue that I already knew quite well because I'd followed them for a while. It wasn't too far away from me, and they popped up this post of a baby female guinea pig that was ready to find her new home. And not only that, but she was actually the type of guinea pig, not Lunkaya, but the other one that I had been thinking about and thinking, oh, one day it would be nice to own a piggy like that. So as soon as I saw her, I just thought, oh my gosh, like, she could be the one. And then I read the little blurb that came with her, and I'll just read it out. Pansy is 10 weeks old and finally ready to leave. She wasn't feeding or growing well for a long time, but now she's putting on weight and has also recovered from an abscess, which was a little unusual. If you'd like to adopt her, please apply. Rescues in general won't struggle to adopt out young female sows, but given her history, that might be enough to put quite a lot of people off. I felt like, together with that blurb, just she was right for me. And I contacted the rescue, and of course they said that yes, she is still available. Would you like to take her home? And I am so happy to say that we are going to pick her up very very, very soon. So do look out for new posts of bringing her home, bonding her with the herd, all sorts of fun stuff like that, and a proper introduction to her, of course, once we do bring her home. And I will also, if the rescue are happy for me to do so, give the name of the rescue in the next video so you can go and check them out. Perhaps you live nearby and can offer help, or perhaps we can just raise a bit of extra money for them. Just returning to the whole breeder thing, it is totally down to the individual person, and I'm not saying, oh, I've done the right thing now because I've gone to a rescue. Not at all, and I wouldn't rule out going to breeders in the future. I just think that with a breeder, you really need to get the right vibe, and you really want to be sure that they really deeply care about where their guinea pigs are going. And it doesn't mean to say that you can't support rescues in other ways by giving them donations, maybe donating your time or even supplies. You don't necessarily need to adopt a guinea pig from them to help them out and support the fantastic work that they do. So we are coming to the end of this video. I have rambled enough, and I'm sure you're all on the edge of your seat wanting to see that picture of her. So I will reveal it now. There she is, and of course the breed that I was interested in, as well as a Lunkaya, is a Californian piggy. And of course she's not a pedigree by any means, but she definitely has Cali in her. She's got the pointing on her nose, she's got the little black feet, and just look at those big beautiful eyes. She's such a little sweetheart, and I really can't wait to meet her. I hope you guys are excited too. So that is the big news for this week. Thank you everyone for watching, and stay tuned for more videos coming soon, and we will see you then. Bye bye!